Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Enduro Casing Continental Kryptotal tires. So I've been running the downhill casing variant of these tires for quite a while now, about 2 years to be exact. And I recently decided I needed a lighter casing option for my trail bike, as I didn't really want to add all that extra weight going with the downhill casing. The only downside with going with the Enduro casing is obviously you can only get them in soft compounds. So with the downhill casing, they offer a soft compound and a super soft compound. But with these tires, they didn't at the time. But at the time of recording this video, they actually did end up dropping a super soft variant of that tire. It's not quite available yet, but it should be soon. So I'm going to keep, but this video is specifically going to be referring to the soft compound version of these tires, as that's all I was able to get my hands on when I bought these. Okay, so we'll start off the video with my first impressions on these tires. And to be completely honest, I was quite disappointed with how these tires felt right off the bat. I threw them on this bike and put them at a pressure I'm pretty used to, which is, I think it was 23 in the rear and 18 in the front. That's what I used to run. I currently don't run that even in my downhill tires. Now I'm running, I run a 25 rear and about 21 to 22 front, depending on the day. So basically what was happening was I noticed the tire was rolling very easily. Like rolling enough to the point where it was letting out sealant out of the side, out of the bead of the tire. So I knew there was definitely a problem there, and it was very noticeable how much they rolled, tire fold basically. So I thought this was going to be an issue, and at the time it definitely was. And then my next complaint was actually that the tire compound itself, especially in the front, felt really hard and hard to control. So basically it felt stiff, didn't feel like it tracked the ground very well. And like I said earlier, I'm used to the super soft compound being up front, and so this is being a soft compound. I figured that was an issue, and I was just gonna have to deal with it with these Enduro casing tires. I ended up disliking them so much, I ended up not really running them for quite a while. My preferred setup for this bike is a faster rolling setup, so I run a Maxxis Exo Aggressor in the rear with a Maxxis Exo DHR2 in the front. So I really like that setup. It was very fast rolling. It had good traction. The tires last quite long, and they had pretty decent sidewall support, which is funny because the Exo casing from Maxxis is certainly lighter casing than Continental's Enduro casing. So it was a bit counterintuitive that these would fold while being a heavier casing, and the Maxxis didn't fold. After Sea Otter, I had another race coming up that I was going to do on this the Norco Optic here. And those other tires definitely didn't make sense. The course is not really particularly rough or gnarly, but I knew that there was a good chance that those Exo casing tires were not enough in terms of the casing. I was afraid I was going to end up flatting, whatever. So I decided while I was pre-riding, I was going to try out these Enduro casing tires again. I went out and I ended up pumping them up to the higher pressure just because I wanted to experiment with the pressures, as these tires were, had big issue with them folding. So I ended up adding 26 in the PSI in the rear and 22 in the front, which in my opinion is a bit high considering I'm doing trail riding. Yeah, I gave it a try anyway. I was like, what's the worst that can happen? Maybe I'll like it. So I got out on the trail and immediately noticed the difference in how much more sidewall support these things had. So yeah, right off the bat, was going in the corners. These things were not rolling. I felt like I wasn't rim dinging. I was rim dinging before. With no rim dinging. Going over roots, I had plenty of traction, which was also surprising because I thought since this is a soft compound front tire, I thought that in turn I was going to have less grip, and which is funny because I had less pressure and it felt like I had less grip, but once I added more pressure, it felt like it had more grip, which is really, again, counterintuitive. This could also be that I got used to this bike, and I haven't really touched the settings on the bike since I last rode these tires. So that's what's just really odd to me, is why all of a sudden they feel better with more pressure. But then again, this could be kind of like how the new Schwalbe radials are, where you need to add more pressure, but they're more supple. Or it could be like having too little pressure in your suspension. You know, you might feel like that makes it softer, but it's a bit counterintuitive because you're packing up super hard, and you need to bump it up. You're too much in the travel, and you need to bump up the pressure. So it could be kind of like that with these tires. So I noticed that these tires work exceptionally well when there is way more pressure in the tires. So if you guys do end up getting these tires, for example, I'm 160 pounds. I'm running 26 in the rear and 22 up front. If you guys are around that range, you guys, I would recommend trying that out, that pressure setting out. It's funny, I've never had a product have such a abrupt turnaround. I like genuinely kind of hated these tires initially when I first got them, and now I kind of love them. And that's kind of why I'm making this review right now, is because I finally think I found the sweet spot on where these tires perform the best and what pressure range they seem to work the best at. Would I run these on my Enduro bike? No, I would probably prefer to run the downhill casing. I still like the downhill casing more than the Enduro casing. Also, this casing seems to be a bit on the lighter side, and since it's my Enduro, since the Enduro bike is already heavy, the extra weight on that bike, I don't really mind adding for that extra confidence coming into rockier terrain, or you know, just having a bit better sidewall support with a thicker casing. So, but I think these tires are perfect for somebody that's doing trail riding or has like a trail bike and they want to keep it light but keep it capable. These tires are, I think, great for that. So that's about all I have to say about the tires. If I missed anything, please leave a comment down below. And if you guys would like to see more content just like this, smash that subscribe button down below. And if you guys would like to get these videos early or get some Patreon exclusive content, head over to Patreon. If you guys would like to support the channel further, please check out Patreon down below. It helps me out a ton. And there's also all sorts of sweet perks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.